Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Iron Man series. Last episode we officially completed our first gauntlet ever, getting 10 KC and making almost 700k in AUX. We ended the episode getting a crystal weapon seed, which can be converted into either a crystal bow, shield, or halberd if you've completed the Western Hard Diary. Now we're going to make this into a bow, but since I do not have the smithing and crafting level required, we need a few more crystal shards to make the bow. And there's a specific reason why, because this episode we're going for one of the most iconic items in RuneScape. But without further ado, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy. Easy kill. KC number 11 coming in. What do we got? Rune plate skirt, okay. Nature runes and crystal shard, we'll take it. So number 12. A lot of adamant arrows, some blood runes, and some crystal shards, and not great. Number 13. Ooh, dragon halberd, nice dragon arrow AUX, and we have 60 crystal shards. 60 crystal shards means that we can now turn our crystal weapon seed into a brand new crystal bow. And we have to get 60 because we do not have 78 crafting or smithing to be able to do it on our own. But that's okay. Now that we have 60, we can go make that bow. So if we make our way over here to the singing bowl, we should be able to talk to Conwina. And she should be able to make the crystal bow for me. Let's see what she says. About crystal singing. Can make something for me. Can you do it for me? Yes. Okay. Crystal bow. Nice. There it is. Oh, what a huge upgrade, man. You know, we've been rocking this Dorkshon crossbow for a long time, and it's been good to us, but this crystal bow, I mean, wow. What an upgrade. Kill number 14 coming in. What are we getting? 3 more shards and 116 law runes, 99 blood runes. That's pretty good. And I think I should just be able to use these shards on the crystal bow to increase the charges. Let's see. Now it should be 2800. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so let's get this to like, I don't know, between 3000 and 3500, and then we should be ready for what's coming next. Kill number 14, I believe, coming in. This should give us enough shards for what we want to do next. Let's see what we get. 6 more shards, 3 full helms. That's pretty good. Okay, so before we move on, we may as well at least try a corrupted gauntlet, right? So, you know, let's give it a whirl. Oh man, enter corrupted gauntlet. Good luck, Gus. Alright, y'all, this is what the inventory is looking like. I actually managed to get a perfected top, attuned top and bottom, got the perfected bow. Let's see how it goes. This actually doesn't look too bad. Let's see how much harder this version is. I just couldn't quite DPS it enough. Got about 3/4 health though. I'd say that was a pretty good attempt. I think I want to get probably mid-80 stats before we try that again. Before we move on, I would like to at least attempt to do this elite clue scroll. So let's see if we can do it. Wait, what the heck? Did they change the tree arrangement so that you can go straight to the fairy ring now? What the heck? It's been the same for like almost a decade and now they decided to change it. That's pretty funny, but I mean, I'll take it. Man, this clue better be worth it. It's got me out here making ecto tokens. Oh boy, a Sherlock step. Let's see what it is. All right, Sherlock, what's it gonna be? Oh man, we could do it, but unfortunately, there's just no way for us to really easily get a piece of Dragonstone jewelry, so it looks like it's going on the ground. So you're probably wondering, well, what's next? If you have a little bit of knowledge of RuneScape, you probably know what's next based on why I was so excited to get the crystal bow last episode. With this crystal bow and 80 range, I believe we are finally ready to get the infamous fire cape. That's one of the last really nice upgrades I wanted for our account before grinding out Slayer for the long haul. So with that being said, we just need a few more upgrades. One being the Shazian Boots 5, which give a better range offensive bonus than the snakeskin boots. And then I'll also probably make a holy symbol. That way we have a little bit of prayer bonus when we go through the caves. So with that being said, let's go get the Shazian armors. Look at how clean this looks. We got all Shazian tiers now stored in the armor case, and we take tier 5 out. You'll notice the tier 5 boots. Watch the range bonus go from 104 to 108 with only a -2 attack bonus. So if you're a UIM and you're looking to get a decent range offensive boot, the Shazian boots are your best bet because not only are they better than the snakeskin boots, but they also are storable. So win-win for the Shazian boots. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. here's the setup. Give you a look at it. I decided to go ahead and go with the arty cloak because it's better to have the prayer bonus than a little bit of range bonus. And since we're using the crystal bow, we don't need ammo, so we also are using the Raddest Blessing for a little bit more prayer bonus. Plus 12 is pretty good. Also brought out the Master Wand and the Rune Kite Shield so we can heal using Blood Blitz. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I mean, we have 80 range, plus the Void, plus the Crystal Bow is pretty good. I think we're set on prayer. I would rather have better food, but at the end of the day, I think we'll do most of our healing through Blood Blitz and we won't need it. But with that, let's give it a whirl. And just like that, we are to the 180s. That took absolutely no time at all. I am flying through these waves with this crystal bow. All right, last 180 down. We are now onto the 360s from here on out. A little over 50 minutes in, and we got to the 360s and the 180s. So this is going pretty fast. You know, now that I'm actually in the 5 caves, I have no clue why I brought this Rune Kite Shield. I thought it would help me tank like the Rangers or something, but it's really serving no purpose. But, you know, whatever. Wave 60 coming up. We're looking pretty good on supplies. I think we got a chance. All right, we got the 2 180s and 360. Next is the 2 360s, and then it's jab. We're looking pretty good on supplies. I went ahead and turned on the volume because if you've done the Fire Cape, you know, you gotta do it with the volume on. Here comes the 360s. We can see where Jad's going to spawn. So Jad's going to spawn right there. If you didn't know, the off-colored 360 is where Jad will spawn every time. So that's good information to know. And I've done the Fire Cape a lot of times, but every single time I always get the shakes, man. It always gets me. Alright, there it goes, boys. Would you believe this is the only footage I have of Jad? Would you believe that the second this beast spawned, my recording shut off? I guess Jad was too shy of the camera, so instead of an epic battle, I'm afraid all you get to see is his tight, muscular backside. But just so you know, it was the most vanilla Jad kill ever. Shoot Jad, trap healers, shoot Jab some more. I mean, not even a misclick prayer or anything. Honestly, you would probably rather stare at Jad's sweet cheeks anyway. But seriously, I am super bummed I lost the clip. But here's the next one. Boys, we freaking did it. Look at the cape. Oh my gosh, dude. I have freaking chills. I cannot believe it. We have the fire cape on the UIM. This is such an iconic stepping stone, I would say, in anyone's RuneScape career is getting the fire cape, and especially on a UIM. Just everything hits different on a UIM. It's just been such a cool feeling unlocking mid to high level things on this account. I am so freaking excited. I feel like we can now properly train Slayer and not look like such a noob. I am so stoked. And in case anyone was curious, we used about 1900 charges on our crystal bow. So I would say if you're around 80 range, as long as you bring in a full crystal bow, you should be just fine. But before we leave the TzHaar area, if we talk to Mr. TzTok-Bad here, we should be able to show him the fire cape. And then he should grant us access to the new area. Now we have access to more wreck. Let's go see what's going on around here. Got some fishing spots down there. Let's see what this guy's got. Okay, so here's where you can buy the new obsidian armor as well as all the other obsidian weapons. We have access to a gem and ore shop, so we can buy our onyx now. Actually, that's actually pretty nice, and we can buy diamonds with toggle. We can actually buy runite ore, and I think we might need to use that in the future, so that's a pretty nice unlock. And of course, if we look at the mini map, here is where we can fish infernal eels. That'd be pretty nice. Well, that's about enough of this place. Let's go gear back up for some Slayer. So since we're freshly death piled, I figured we would go ahead and try to empty a little bit of space in the looting bag. What we're going to do with these rubies is we're going to cut them and turn them into the curator in the museum. If you didn't know, giving him 250 rubies gets you the curator's medallion, which is used for the mounted Dixite pendant. So I figured, you know, I think we can turn these in at any time, and that'll be a nice way to free up one more space. And we're also going to go ahead and make the super restores with the snapdragons we have and throw those in the looting bag as well. We are also going to use this opportunity to use up some of our toggle and buy us a diamond, because I would like to make ourselves a little power ammy. And I know power ammy, noob UIM, I get it. I mean, we'll work on the crafting, but like I said, I think in the future for crafting, I would really like to do buckets of sand and giant seaweed, but maybe in between our Slayer tasks, we can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the setup we got now. We're looking all grown up. I mean, yeah, the power ammy is a little scuffed. I mean, the boots, you know, those will improve with time. But look at this thing glow. Isn't it beautiful? We're here because I want to pick up the dragon battleaxe. I figured, we had some strength potions. However, I would like to save those so that we can make super combats in the future. So for now, we got a bunch of money from Gauntlet. I figured we'd go ahead and invest into the dragon battleaxe. I'll hold on to the dragon dagger for now, just in case I want to switch it up and spec with that. But I think this is the setup. I think we're looking really good. Finally climbing out of the new brinks. But before we jump back into the Slayer grind, let's get some prayer experience. What? It was fire making? Oh my god, I just got absolutely scammed. Well, we went ahead and slapped on our prayer armor because we're going to be AFKing fire giants and the catacombs in a little bit. And my god, is this power enemy bright? So I'm up here killing fire giants and I found a shade. What the heck is it doing up here? Don't shades like spawn down there? How did it get up here? Fire giant task completed. We didn't get any brimstone keys, but that's okay. We got quite a few ensouled heads, so we'll use those up and go get another task. And the new task is 120 blue dragons in the Isle of Souls. I'm not sure I want to do that one. Actually, I do remember that there are baby blue dragons in there. So, that actually might not be a bad task. But before we do that task, we got a crystal key from the fire giant task, and it feels like a sign. I think the game is telling me I need to train my crafting. So before we go do the blue dragon task, let's go get the dragonstone, throw in the looting bag, and then we need to start working on our crafting. So I'm going to go get some seaweed spores and plant our first giant seaweed. I think the Ring of the Elements will be our best way to get back here before we get the level for the mounted dig site pendant. Another good reason I would like to start farming giant seaweed is that we get the chance to get a Hespori seed. And now when we get Hespori seeds in the future, we can actually kill Hespori and have a chance of getting the bottomless compost bucket, which would be very nice for this account, essentially doubling all of our ultra compost we have. And with these stats, we should be able to kill Hespori no problem at all. And speaking of Hespori, we just got our first Hespori seed while farming giant seaweed. So we got quite the stack. We've been AFK, getting our stats up a little bit, up to 75 attack. I think we'll switch on over to defense, get that up to 75. And then it'll probably be strength from here on out until we get the whip. But we got a stack of almost 400 giant seaweed today. Got our first Hespori, so let's go kill it. In the spirit of trying to make some room in my pretty packed inventory, I think we're going to make the executive decision and take out the limport seeds that are in the seed box. If you take a look at the looting bag, we have a lot of stacked limports, probably more than we'll use for quite some time. So I don't think we need the seeds right now. I think I'd rather save the space now and just throw the seaweed spores in there and then get rid of these. If we ever need some more in the future, they're not that hard to get. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's the setup. I think we're going to go with Void because it has a good mage defense and I can just protect range. I think we'll be in good shape. Let's see what happens. Whew, we got the kill. That was a little tougher than I anticipated, but we got it. Let's see if we can get Spoon on the bucket. Chrono Seed, not super great, but 5 Quorum Seeds, that's actually pretty nice. Oh, I just realized we got another Hespori Seed from the kill, so we'll hold on to that and use that in another day or so. There is 60 Slayer coming in. We can now kill Aberrant Spectres. This would be a pretty good task. We really need to get the herb sack eventually. I would like to get that. That way we can start collecting grimy herbs while we do Slayer tasks. But 60 Slayer coming in, that's a pretty cool level. Oh, my friend's back. He's over here ranging. And then he telegrabs the bones and hides. Which, I mean, fair play. That's pretty big brain. 28 tasks down. I think I want to get my 29th one from Terrio. Just get an easy one out of the way. And then we'll get our 30th one from Konar. Okay, Konar, I would like a nice, fat, juicy AFK task. What you got? Oh, a fast task. Okay, I'll take that. Well, boys, we survived the RuneScape apocalypse. If you didn't know, RuneScape was down for a whole day. and we couldn't do anything. I mean, I went out and touched grass for the first time in probably 6 months. Saw my wife for the first time in like 4 or 5 weeks, and called my mom, who I didn't even know was still living. But Jagex, please don't let that happen again. That was brutal. Oh, but we have been mad grinding some giant seaweed. We got almost 700 in the inventory. Take a look at the looting bag. 474 here. We have enough for 75 crafting. But I want to go kill Hespori and do this NQ task. And then we got some really exciting content coming up. Another Hespori down. Decided to go with melee that time, and it was way, way smoother. Look, a minute 38 kill. That's pretty good. Let's see what we get. Oh, name must paid. Can we get spoon on the bucket? Aw, never lucky. And there's the NQ task done for 90 Slayer points. Up to 238, that is pretty nice. No brimstone keys. Let's go get another task. So since we have a viable money making method at the Gauntlet, I think I'm going to transition to Neve Slayer. And that's because Neve Slayer typically has more AFK-able tasks, and they're typically better Slayer experience because you can kill everything in the catacombs. So we're going to get the next task from Neve and see what we get. Oh, that way just smacked me in the face. Turoths, man. Dang it. I think we're going to skip. I mean, we just got 90 points. I don't feel like doing Turoths. Let's skip that. Please give me a good one. Hellhounds. Very nice. Just finished up the Hellhound task. Got a clue scroll. Let's see if we can do it. Application. I don't have that unlocked. Let me see what I need to do for that. So it looks like it's unlocked through going into the Chaos Altar, which we most certainly have been into. So I'm kind of confused. It might be like just outside the altar. I'm going to go investigate. Well, I just went through the Abyss and landed in here and completed it. So I guess going through the rift at the Guardians of the Rift doesn't count, apparently. But anyways, let's go complete that step. This might be the casket. Nope, but we can do that. Come on, please be the casket. No, ooh, we can do that one. We can do that. Hey, there's 73 defense. All right, this has got to be the casket. Oh, baby, please. Magic shortbow. Wow, that's trash. Do you remember that exciting content I was talking to you about? Here we are, boys. But seriously, we're here because we need buckets of sand. We need about 4,700 buckets. We have plenty of giant seaweed. I want to get us all the way up to 75 crafting. That's going to be the goal for the end of this episode. I really want a glory because I just cannot be wearing that power Amy in good conscience. So we're going to see how long this takes to knock out. You know, mining buckets of sand is kind of one of those things where at first it feels, you know, a little bit of a tedious activity, but before you know it, you're like 3 or 4 days in, you got like 50k buckets and you've lost 100 brain cells. Oh, there's 73 mining coming in. And there's 5k buckets of sand in the bag. Now for the fun part. Well, this lonely little island's going to be my home for a little while, but I figured, you know, even though we're crafting, we got to do it in style. I mean, look at this drip, boys. I'm actually kind of excited to do this. I'm a weird breed where I actually kind of enjoy crafting with giant seaweed. I don't know. It's kind of satisfying watching all the molten glass hit the ground. Anyways, let's get to it. See you in the crafting level. Well, it is bright and early, so excuse my morning voice. You thought we were going to get a crafting level, but actually, there is 77 farming coming in. 71 crafting. There's 72 crafting coming in. We can now make crystal legs, I guess, and dragon stone necklaces. Cool. 73 crafting. No significant unlock there, but we're getting closer. And there is 74 crafting. We have one more level to go. I am really excited to get this level. 75 crafting. That is such a nice level to get. And now we can go make that glory after we finish up these buckets. Well, we are here. We got all the supplies we need. Hopefully we get this on the first try. If you're wondering why I'm in Neatsnot, it's because it's actually an elite task to craft a dragonstone amulet at this furnace. So let's see if we get lucky. First try? Not lucky. -5. Dang it. Well, I'll see you back when we get it. Last try? No. Back to the rat. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What we've been waiting for. The Amulet of Glory. Look how good it looks, guys. Oh man, I'm just so happy with the progress we've made. And with this Amulet of Glory, now I see a lot of Slayer in our future. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.